and welcome to the latest episode of The Deep Cut. I want to take a quick moment to do an introduction for the gentleman we are going to speak to today. I had a chance to spend 15 minutes with renowned actor Jean Reno. You're going to listen to this interview or watch this interview coming up here in just a few seconds. But I wanted to do an introduction for him specifically because we had a little bit of technical difficulty to start out the video. We were doing it through someone else's Zoom link, and shout out to publicist Danny Duran who helped me out and hooked this up and made it happen. But we had a little bit of issues, and throughout the video there are some kind of technical issues, so I just wanted to explain that before you guys watch that. Jean Reno comes in loud and clear, so maybe the problem was on my side, a little bit of haziness. But just a quick introduction here. Of course, Jean Reno, you know him from so many projects. La Femme Nikita is where I first saw him as Victor the Cleaner. Then, of course, Leon the Professional is the one that really blew him up in a lot of people's minds, and people got to know him. Did a great comedy called The Visitors and the American remake as well. You saw him in Mission Impossible, French Kiss, Ronin, that awesome film with Robert De Niro, and I think Sean Bean, the Pink Panther series, so no stranger to comedy as well. And recently you saw him in Da 5 Bloods, the Spike Lee movie on Netflix, playing the villain of the piece, so to speak. But he is here to talk about his new film. It's called The Doorman, and it stars Ruby Rose, remember, of Batwoman fame, and it's directed by Ryuhei Kitamura. I hope I say that right. He did Midnight Meat Train, which a lot of people revere as an underground favorite of theirs when it comes to horror films. He plays a character named Victor Dubois, who's the leader of a group of art thieves who are surprised that the doorman, or doorwoman should I say, is a former Marine and can kick some ass. And certainly that happens throughout the film. Jean Reno was a very strong part of this movie and a very effective part of this movie, I would say. So it was a lot of fun to sit down and talk with him coming up next here about the film and about his career. So sit back and strap in and enjoy this conversation with one of my favorite actors ever, Jean Reno. Mr. Reno, thank you so much for coming and welcome to the Outlaw Nation. How are you?
Okay, thank you. Thank you to be with me. Thank you very much.
Tell me about this. Tell me about this role. Like, you've done so many of these action films. You've done so many of these like fun. It seems like fun 90 to 100-minute action films. What was it about Victor Dubois at this stage? And after you're like, oh, I'm gonna jump into this character. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. The fact that he is a collector. He's somebody who likes art, and he likes so much art that he is able to kill for that. So
yeah.
Also, I like the fact that he comes from the past to today to create a war.
Yes.
And he comes with his past. He goes to his partner who stole the painting, and he will fight to find it's like the past, the Second World War who comes today, you know.
Yeah.
I like the boom between the past and today.
Yeah, and we see that all the time now more than ever. It seems like we keep repeating the same mistakes of the past, and the past seems to haunt us now in the present. And this isn't the first World War II type of project that you've had in the last couple of years. So do you just find that this is coincidence, or do you find like the universal energy is dragging you to projects like this?
No, because I believe that if you understand the past, you will understand tomorrow, because you will understand where you come from. And maybe today we are a little bit forgetting where we come from. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a scientist or somebody like that, but
right.
Maybe.
Well, you're also a very philosophical, cultural person doing research for you and finding out all this. You're very into art. You're very into music. There is a Wagner moment in this film. There is this film about art. Did some of that in the script jump out at you, or did you have some kind of influence in the direction of that being in the film?
This is when you move from and you cross countries and you cross cultures and you cross people. In the movie business, you can find Italian crew, American director. In that movie, we have a Japanese guy who is living in Los Angeles. And all my life, it is that.
Yeah.
All my life, different cultures coming to me, because what I am, it is the amount of people I've met, in fact,
Yeah.
and I've shared a moment with women, with men, and everybody is able to give you something,
Yeah.
because if you have, like in that movie, I'm a very friend now with the producer, because during the shooting we were talking about influences, about art, and about scenes, of course, and about the set. But I met Harry Winner, his name, and now he's a friend of mine.
Oh, wow.
And it is like that. If somebody likes a book, or
Yes.
like a record, it will tell you, or
Yeah.
a movie, it
Yeah.
will tell you, have you seen that movie, have you read that book? And
Right.
then you will have an exchange for 5 minutes. This guy is not an expert, but this guy gave you something.
Right.
And this we are all living in the same way, and we do not have to forget that we live together, and
Yeah.
we learn from each other.
Yeah. You know, my first film, as I mentioned earlier, that I saw you in, La Femme Nikita in 1990. I was getting into foreign films and getting it, Anne Period, a very young actress. Do you see some similarities in Ruby Rose? She's also very kind of skinny, but can fight and what have you. Did you find seeing that there were maybe some similarities in their approaches and in their looks as actresses?
Yeah, that's more Luc Besson's way of writing characters, female heroes, in fact. And maybe Ruby is coming from those characters. Yes, of course, because unconsciously, when you write a movie, you write a script, you have I'm sure, in your unconscious image that you saw maybe last month or last year.
Right. Right.
Sure.
Right. How much of this excited you in terms of the cast, working with this cast that you got to be involved with? These gang of thieves, they have some track records, a lot of projects that they've worked with outside. Was there an excitement here for you to be working with these actors?
I have a certain age today.
Yes, you do.
It's true. It is true. And when somebody comes to me and said, we're going to do a movie again, which is a chance for me to work again, because staying at home, it is fantastic. I love my family. I love my friends. I love cooking, eating, drinking good wines. No problem of that. But again, somebody who comes and said, this is the script.
Yeah.
Can you be part on it? And you will have people, young people around you. It is, again, thank you. Thanks, God.
Well, this is what's amazing about you, Jean, if I can say so. You're in service of the piece. You are always in service of the piece. You're not one of these actors that can be, like, I've done all this. You have to cater to me, you have to fit to me, and you find yourself in these projects, and I think people find that to be a breath of fresh air. Do you find that people have an easier time having conversations with you? You open the door for them to be able to connect with you better on sets like this?
I hope, because I always do that. Sometimes I stop myself, because I think, sometimes I stop myself because I think, you're not a priest. Yeah, because you want to say things. For example, if you're doing a scene and the scene is not working. When I was young, I could have said, but maybe we do that, but maybe we do that. But today, no. Today I wait, because you have to preserve the ego of everybody.
Oh, yes, of course.
If I see that the situation is completely stuck, and then I take the director apart, and I said, maybe we can take off that line, and maybe we can come from this way, and maybe we can. It's the way I function today.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. You need to open the door for the people.
Yeah.
Don't the first one opening your mouth. just help them to open the door and to talk.
Right, right. Well, you're working with the director Ryuhei Kitamura. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
But a lot of American audiences know him from Midnight Meat Train and Versus. What did he like? What was it like working with him? Were you excited to get involved with this project with him? And what was it like? Because I mean, you did Five Bloods with Spike Lee, completely different experience. You know, of course, another filmmaker with a lot of credits and obviously a master filmmaker. But here with Ryuhei Kitamura, does a really interesting job with action pieces. What did you find in working with him? What did you discover in working with him?
He's Japanese.
Yes.
He's Japanese living in America.
Right.
So that's a cocktail.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes you will have the way that you can have in the American cinema. And then you will feel the past of an old Japanese. Because they respect a lot what comes from the past.
Right.
And symbols.
Mm-hmm.
Symbols. The language of the body.
Yeah. Yeah.
For them, and sometimes you saw him stop himself and think about and said, this part of the scene we will slow a little bit, and that means I can see the movement. I want to see the movement like in Japan, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's obviously, I'm sure you were a student of film for many, many years. I mean, so many great Japanese filmmakers, not just Akira Kurosawa. Obviously, there's so many Japanese filmmakers that come out of that country. So it must have been a joy to work with someone like that, who's got, like you said, the Los Angeles kind of thing mixed into it as well, and understands. I do want to ask you another question here about you're of Spanish origin. I did not know this, and coming in, and yo soy Latino también. Mis parientes nacido en Bolivia, so they're from South America. Myself, do you find yourself? Do you find that this is something you want to explore more now, as you're at this stage in your life, maybe doing some more Spanish films or Spanish projects or anything like that, or are you quite happy where you're at?
Qué cosa increíble. I am in Madrid, actually.
Ahorita, okay.
This is Madrid. I'm doing a series for Amazon Spain.
Oh.
With all the cast. The cast, they are Spanish.
Uh-huh.
So I just arrived 10 days ago, and we will shoot in Galicia next week.
Incredible.
I did a movie last year in Morocco for them. So that was the first movie I did in Spanish. And that's the second time I come here, because I was shy, because my parents came from the south of Spain.
Yeah. Yes.
So I was born in Morocco, and then I moved to France. But I was a little bit shy to go back to my ancestors.
Oh, okay.
And today I did it. So I'm very happy visiting that.
Oh, well, I'm very happy you're visiting that, because, we're seeing more and more the interest in Spanish and people of color and their projects and their work and everything like this. So it's becoming more connected and more visible to see this project. So I'm excited that you're jumping into this and where you're at right now.
The series will go to Bolivia. And
Ojalá.
the name, Un Asunto Privado.
Un asunto privado. Ok. Yo voy a mirar para eso. Sorry, me vas a hacer hablar en español todo. Pero, quick question, one last question, I guess, before we end up here or wrap up here. It's been so long since that, the film that everyone knows in America here at Leon the Professional. You're at this age now where I imagine as a man, you look back and you're already introspective. That Andalusian roots in you make you introspective. When you look back on the film, you look at the appreciation and everything that's come from it. What are your feelings about it now? What is your one thought that you have, that whenever that film comes into your mind that speaks from your heart? What is the one feeling you have?
Well, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. You can believe me. It's a great honor, because just one movie, this echo in the audience, and never you expect that in your life.
Yeah.
To have one character like that. So I'm happy because I have this one, and that is something that the audience gave me. And days after days, years after days, we still together through that character, and it is something completely unbelievable. Never I could have think of this. Never.
Well, just between you and me, no one else is watching. Any chance that there is another Leon installment coming? Any chance you survived? Any chance you are older? Have you heard anything like that in the conversation in the wind?
No, but I'm gonna be a Latino singer.
Oh,
I'm gonna be a Latino singer because I had this in my mind, a Latino singer, and we'll write that. And I hope next year we're gonna have a movie with a Latino singer with Jean.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Okay, fantastic. All right, well, I better wrap up. I know you've got a lot of other interviews to do. Jean Reno, it has been my absolute honor to meet you and to interview you, and I hope I get to do it again. Mucho gusto, senor. The Doorman, it's on demand and in digital on October 9th and on Blu-ray and DVD October 13th. This is a fun action film with Ruby Rose and Jean Reno doing a fantastic villain. So thank you so much.
Thank you.